Hello kids, how are you today? Are you doing fine? Okay, I hope all of you are doing great today. So once again, welcome to another video. So for today, we will be having Science Week 14. Our lesson would be 6.3 Sounds Move. So let's start. So these are the things that you need. So you have to prepare your Science Learner's Book, Science Activity Book, Skills Builder, pencil, eraser, and also your notebook and paper. For the objectives of our lesson, so at the end of this video, you should be able to identify how sounds move, know about how volume of sounds change, and answer some activities. Our references, so for Science Learner's Book, pages 56 to 57. For Science Activity Book, pages 28. And for Skills Builder, pages 42 to 43. Kids, how sounds move? Do you know how do we receive the sounds? Okay, so let's have a short recall or review from our past lesson. So sources of sound. So if you're going to observe kids, I have here a picture. So the drum skin vibrates and makes the air around the drum vibrates. So if you're going to observe, the drum is being struck by the hand. So when the hand struck the drum, it vibrates or it moves. And that movements or vibrations produce sound wave. So the vibrating air spreads away from the source, which is the drum. This is a sound wave. So if you're going to observe the purple curve, these are what we call as sound wave. And finally, your ear picks up the sound wave and your brains translate the sound. So when your ear receives the sound, our brain translates what sound is that. So in this picture, it is the sound coming from the drum. So the drum is the source of sound. Very good. Let's continue. So if we're going to observe here, class, how does sound reach your ear? So same as the previous picture. So if you're going to observe, when the drum skin is struck, it vibrates, which causes the air beside the drum to vibrate. So same as the concept in the first picture. The compression and stretching of air particles create a sound wave, which is carried through the air into your ear. Okay, so this time, same as the drum. So when you use a stick using the drum, it creates vibrations or movement. And that vibrations are carried through sound waves. So the sound waves can pass through solid, liquid, or gas. So observe this picture, okay? So which do you think is the source of the sound? Or where does the sound coming from based from this picture? Okay, so the dog barks, therefore the dogs create the sound. So the sound, in a form of sound waves is being reached by the man. So the man hear the bark of the dog because of the sound waves. Okay, look at the small picture, kids. Okay, so observe that there's what we call as high volume and low volume, or loud sound and soft sound. When we say high volume, if you're going to observe the wave, they are bigger, right? Or they are taller. While low volume of sounds, they have a smaller wave. Okay, so remember, kids, high volume or loud sound, they have bigger wave. If it's low volume or low or soft sound, they have small wave. Okay, let's continue. Okay, kids, now I want you to open your Science Learner's Book to page 56. Okay, have you seen this picture? Okay, now let's study the picture. So what can you see from the picture? Yes, there is a man. Okay, so the man is shouting for help. So why is he shouting for help? Okay, very good. Because his boat is sinking. And aside from the man, there are other people in the picture, like the two men in the ship and the girl listening to music. Now, do you think they can hear the shout of the man? Okay, let's study. So observe the two men in the ship. Do you think they can hear the man? Okay, so maybe not because the men are too far from the boy or from the man. How about the other one? Okay, the girl who listened to the music. Do you think she can hear the shout of the man? Okay, maybe not also. Why? Because the girl uses headphones. So see kids, sometimes, okay, we cannot receive or we are affected with the distance and with the object that we put in our ears in listening or hearing the sounds. So in this case, okay, the two men in the ship are too far. Therefore, they cannot hear the shout or the sound. While the second one, the girl, even though she is near, still the girl uses her headphones. Therefore, the headphones, okay, stop the ear from hearing or from listening the sounds from the boy who shouts for help. Okay, let's continue. So observe this part. Okay, how far do sounds go? So if you're going to observe, there's a percussion instrument, okay, or a triangle. Okay, so there are three kids lined up. So the first one who's wearing green shirt, the second one is the girl who wears yellow shirt, and the last one is a boy who wears blue and white shirt. Now, who can hear the sound loudly? Whom do you think? Okay, it is the boy with green shirt. Who can hear the sound quietly? Okay, so it is the boy with white and blue shirt. Now, why? Okay, so the first boy is near to the sound source, which is the triangle. Okay, while the boy with white and blue shirt is far from the sound source. So the boy in green shirt hear the sound loudly because he is near, while the boy in blue and white shirt hears the sound quietly or less sound because he is far from the sound source. Okay, now let's continue. So this time, this picture shows that we can use a megaphone to make our voices sound louder and go farther. So if we want to make our voice louder and to go further, we have to use megaphones or maybe microphones and speakers. So in this case, it shows that we can change the volume of our voice by using some instruments like megaphones and microphones. Now, what have you learned? Okay, so sound gets quieter as it moves away from the source. So, if you are close to the source, the sound is louder. But if you are far from the source, okay, the lesser the sounds that you hear. Okay, this time kids, let's answer the Science Skills Builder pages 42 to 43. Okay? So listening tube. You will need some thin card and some sticky tape or a card tube. A listening tube makes sounds louder. The sound moves through the tube. So same as in the picture. So you're going to make a tube and then listen to soft sounds through it. Okay, so draw three sound sources. Do they sound louder or quieter through the tube? So if, for example, okay, so I made a listening tube. So for example, I draw a bird. I listen to a bird using my listening tube. So it makes the sound louder. Okay, so you have to draw three different sound sources that you hear using your listening tube. And then you have to choose if they become louder or quieter using the listening tube. And then answer the two questions in the think about it. Okay? So the questions are, which sound was the quietest? And which sound was the loudest? Okay, next one. Okay, kids, for another activity, so please open your science activity book, page 28. So on page 28, you will find this activity. So exercise 6.3, sounds move. So this exercise checks that you know about how sound changes as you move away from the source. So Jamil is shouting to his friends, if you're going to observe. Join each child to the sound they hear. So the first one has been done for you. So observe that the boy sitting on the bench. Okay, so the sound that he hears is hello. So there is an arrow. Okay, so from the sound through the boy. So you're just going to make arrows, okay, from the sound that they hear going to the boy. So same as in the picture. And that's the end of our video. So hope that you learn and that you enjoy our video for today. So as a reminder, kids, always stay safe and always stay at home. So once again, see you in our next video. Thank you for watching. Bye, kids!